Hello and welcome to Hip Mobility for Runners. You can do this routine after your run. You can also do it each night if you're training for a race and you're really increasing your mileage. So let's get right into it here. So the first exercise we're going to get into is a Adductor Rock. So in this position here, one leg is straight out, hands on the ground, and I'm going to start shifting my weight backwards, feeling a stretch on the inside of my thigh and up. We're going to do 10 each side. This is 5. Keep breathing here. And last one. Perfect. Now we're going to switch over to the other side. Same exercise. Rocking your butt back towards your heel. You can even tuck your toes with the foot behind you. Feel a stretch in your plantar fascia. Should feel pretty good. This is 5. You might notice if one side feels a little bit tighter than the other. Just take note of that, especially if one side is injured or has a history of injuries on that side. We'll do 2 more here. And last one. Good. Now getting into an all fours position, we're rolling right into Quadruped Hip Car. So what this means, we're going to be in this all fours position. You're going to lift one leg out to the side, keeping your knee bent, and then you're going to go into that hip extension with your foot right above your knee and back down. So it's kind of like a semicircle back. Try to keep your back pretty flat. You shouldn't be arching it. That spine is neutral. And again, this should feel pretty good. We'll do 3 more here. Last one. Good. Let's switch over to the other side. Same exercise. On all fours, the knee and foot come out into hip extension, foot's above the knee and down. Three more. Last one. Awesome job. All right, from this position here, we're just gonna go into child's pose. So knees are apart, and then you're gonna drop your butt down into your heels and arms come straight ahead. Breathe into this position. Good. And from here, you're gonna walk your hands to one side. And we'll go into the other side. This is great post-run. You're helping to calm that nervous system down. Working on your breathing. Great. All right. The next exercise, we're going to be on our back. And you're going to bring one foot, cross it over the other leg, and I want you to just have your legs fall in that direction, and you'll feel that pull in your hips. And you'll come back up. And just let it fall. Try to keep your shoulders on the ground as your legs are twisted and you let it fall. Good. And again, this should feel pretty good. We'll do 2 more here. And last one. Awesome. All right, now we're going to do the other side. So the other leg crosses over and you let it fall. You might even feel a stretch in your upper lumbar and lower thoracic spine. And you're just going at your own pace here. You should definitely feel that pull in your hip, just stretching that lateral aspect of your trunk and your hip. Two more here. And last one. Very good. And last exercise, you're laying on your side here. You're pulling your foot back into what looks like a quad stretch, and I want you to just pull that leg back. So it's like a sideline quad stretch, and come on up into flexion and pull it back. Now make sure you're not overarching your back. You should be really feeling that stretch in the quad and hip flexor. So I'm not really poking my belly forward. Keep that pelvis stacked. Good, one more here. Awesome, and let's switch sides. So I'm pulling my foot to my butt, stretching back. I can tell my left side's a lot tighter. I'm going to hip flexion and then into extension. Really feeling that stretch in my hip flexor all the way down to my knee and to my quad. Again, this shouldn't be intense. This should be very relaxing, focusing on your breath, reflecting on your run, things you want to focus on next time, things you're proud of. And last one here. Good, and then one more exercise. I want to focus on that hip rotation, so into internal and external rotation. So this is a windshield wiper, so hands behind you, feet are wider than shoulder width apart, knees are bent. If you have a lot of hip issues like in the groin area, don't bend your knees as far. If it doesn't matter, you can bend them as far as you want, but you're going to drop your knees down to each side and then to the side. So they're going to the same side. You might notice one side feels tighter. So one hip is going into external rotation, one hip is going into internal rotation. Good. As you start to get good, you can start to fold over that leg. And as you switch, you'll fold over the other leg. Good. Kind of just flowing with your breath here. You'll just feel a little bit more of a stretch into that external rotation when you fold over that leg. Good, we'll do two more here. And last one. Awesome job. Now make sure you save this and keep doing it after each run. If you are training for a marathon or half or a big race coming up, I want you to do this mobility routine every single night, 2 weeks prior to your race, okay? Doesn't matter if you ran or not. You can do it the night before your race, but I would definitely do it every single night as your miles increase and as you get closer to race day. See you next time.